But what have you tried lately?
Hospital porters, pride and dignity, stop the New World Order. The Hapanwo Show on Hapanwo Radio, every Thursday evening at 8 p.m. Free to listen to, free to download. Great guests and features, space weather and all the latest news. Talk to the host, guest and other listeners in the Hapanwo Radio chat box. For more details go to www.hapanwo-radio.blogspot.com.
Del petrolero, hay que salvarnos el mundo entero. A la matanza del petrolero, hay que salvarnos el mundo entero. A la matanza del petrolero, hay que salvarnos el mundo entero. a la matanza del petrolero. Hay que salvarnos del mundo entero, a la matanza del petrolero. Hay que salvarnos del mundo entero, a la matanza del petrolero. Hay que salvarnos del mundo entero.
Have you ever had a dream so vivid when you wake up, you can swear that you were still in it? That's happening to me while I write lyrics to this beat I'm working on but isn't finished yet. There comes a time and place to handle everything. I'm battling these demons and receiving all that heaven brings. I got like 4 shows this month, and I ain't doing none of them until I blow this blunt. See, I was running around the city like a chicken with his head cut. Now I only bite down if they gon' put this bread up. Eating in the field with no deal, tell me how you feel. All my niggas chill, summer drill, try to catch a feel. I can't even call it. Preparing for the winter, I don't even know where far went. I pay my dues and paid attention, I don't know what y'all spent. I pay you no mind. On my mama, even my grandmama stay on the grind. It's in my blood. I do my dirt and then I wash off in the tub. Ace Da Vinci, show me love. And not that fake shit either. You be talking shit on people when you ain't shit either. I don't got no time for these lanes. No energy in my vessel. I put it all on my hustle. My family not about to struggle, no, mo. Oh no. I've been working for 40 days, I've been fucking for 40 nights. I done stepped on like 40 stages and fucked up like 40 mics. And I posted on Instagram, my nigga, that's 40 likes. Ooh, Chicago ain't a city, it's a state of mind. I make it shine as quick as it take to play a vine. You call it Chirac, my nigga, we'll leave you way behind. Tell Spike Lee to wait in line, boy, it's flaming time. Rapper slash activist slash pacifist, spitting crazy heat. Oh, and I made the beat. I got this glow inside my body. It got me feeling like a lighthouse. Ooh, ooh, I'm in my zone, I'm feeling cocky. And you can see it like a lighthouse. Ooh, I don't know why they think they can stop me. I'm in the distance like a lighthouse. Yeah, see me in the sky, I'm feeling golly. Just shining like a lighthouse. Oh, I say, I got this glow inside my body. It got me feeling like a lighthouse. Whoa, whoa, I'm in my zone, I'm feeling cocky. And you can see it like a lighthouse. Whoa, I don't know why they think they can stop me. I'm in the distance like a lighthouse. Whoa, see me in the sky, I'm feeling golly. I'm just shining like a lighthouse, shining like a lighthouse, shining like a... The heart doesn't understand the mind if the mind doesn't understand the heart doesn't understand the mind if the mind doesn't understand the heart if the heart doesn't understand the soul. Say, the heart doesn't understand the mind if the mind doesn't understand the heart doesn't understand the mind if the mind doesn't understand the heart if the heart doesn't understand the soul. Heavy.
Oh yeah, we're about to start here. Get this going. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Damn. Alright, I think I got it fixed. Alright, I think I got it fixed. I think we're hearing some feedback here. Testing. Sorry, everybody. Sorry. It's always a hassle to get this going. Some great music, though. Got 60 minutes of some great music and a little fumble towards the end there. Well, beginning of the end. This is Howdy by Simulation. Now we're getting somewhat ready. Oh yeah. Testing. Testing. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I see you over there on Twitch. I see you over there on YouTube's. This is officially the show. Not as smooth as I want it, but that's what you're watching. Chillin' with Jay. As with every show, there's always hiccups. Please, let me know if the sound's coming in good, if you can hear my voice. Clear and not crowded by the music. Actually, I could probably turn that a little more. Right? Yeah, like that. Yeah. You're watching Chillin' with Jay. I think this is number 8 on YouTube, and we're just going to keep that official. Mainly because of... I started this on Facebook, if you're just tuning in, first time tuning in. I started this on Facebook, and I didn't know what I was really doing with it. I was kind of inspired, in a sense. Not that I haven't done something like this before, it's just I need to devote some time to it. And, I missed the garbage can. Cheers. Oop. Gotta watch my guns. You got a loaded gun right here. Actually, I need more glue sticks, because we're going to be working on stuff here, guys, as you know. If you don't know, that's what we're going to do. I hope you're enjoying the music. This is all on the Anonymous Radio Network. Sorry, I got my keys. I'm trying to... .podbean.com. And you can find out more there. And you can see the setup now, because I've done a little something different this time. There's still some more testing, like what should I do with this microphone at times? Where should I place it better? I should feel like I bring it in closer. But I got my beer. I got my vape. I got my smoke. And we got the hobbies here, ready to get going. So, again, if you're just tuning in, this is a live stream I do called Chillin' with Jay, where I showcase the music that is on our network here. And I say our because it's not just me. I do the live streams. And I just recently did a live podcast on Podbean with the fellow podcaster and new host and show to the Anonymous Radio Network called DigiTimes. Actually, I'm wearing... Let's just change... Look at this. Look at that. This is what I'm trying to avoid so you don't see all this, but still, we're getting there. And I'm going to do that, and then here we are. And I'm going to probably do that. Oh, yeah, this is supposed to be closer, too. So, here we are. I might squeeze in over here. I actually fixed my chair a little bit. Let me see here. Let me get rid of this. So, DigiTimes. Maybe I stand up. You can check it out. He's got shirts made out. You can see I got a little round because I was, I gained some pounds. I'm losing. Actually, I lost a little bit of what I gained. Sorry, it probably doesn't matter to you, but man, this camera. Here we go. There you go. DigiTimes, so you can see that better. Light. Check that out. DigiTimes on Podbean. It's not a bad song. There, obviously, you got Bigfoot going on. Try to bring this down. Bring this here. Somewhere like that. This is actually a pretty good song. Turned up just a little bit. think that should get that. Bring that in. Let's do that. Is that better? Is that where I should be at? Is this where I should be at? I'm never gonna fix that hole up there. Oh yeah, and this is what the show is, me messing around with the camera, keep finding where I want it. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna keep it like that for right now. Especially since I could change the camera stuff. Let me bring this closer. Eventually, I want to get a stand for the iPad or get another iPhone. Get an iPhone, not another iPhone. I did have an iPhone before, but get that so I could do cameras and put them on stands better than do this on the side. Because now I have a camera here that I can use, and there we go. I want to get the sun in there, at least most of it. There we go. Whatever. I guess I can sit back and chill. So yeah, I hope your Sunday was good. I hope you're enjoying the music, like I said. It's your first time. This is what we do. This is what I do. Part of the network. We got a new show, Digitimes. Bam, 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 bam. Check that out. Talking about Bigfoot and actually local Illinois info from local haunts to native historical information that we don't really talk about anymore. So most definitely check it out. I did a live stream with him, or I should say, I did a live stream with him on Facebook, I think, or with this a while ago. But I did a Podbean live stream, a live podcast, I guess that's what you want to call it. And we had quite the little happening, quite the party. And man, keep dropping it. Let's get this here. And it was interesting. First time doing I think I tested out once, but first time doing try to get myself a little comfortable here. A live show like that, and as in I just let it stay. I don't know, sometimes I feel like somewhere around there. But anyways, so we did that, and we ended up getting a guy who called us, and basically he was talking about gang stalking and how he was involved with this cult, these vampires, right? And that was interesting. And then we got another guy that called in, I guess maybe following him, I'm not sure. I did listen to this guy's channel a little bit just recently, and he was playing, I forget, like some play or old-time TV show. And he didn't mention anything about the gang stalking or anything, but he has quite a bit of following, so I don't know. But you can go to the Anonymous Radio Network.podbean, and you can listen to the episodes yourself. It's just me and Matt talking about many things, and then towards halfway point, I want to say something around there. It's a good song. Oh my God, this is a good song, guys. It's a really good song. Dos Santos, I believe is the name of this. La Cumbre de Apogeo. Some, my Spanish is bad. Even though I'm Spanish, Mexican, whatever. Spanish decent. Picked up a new big. So yeah, we did that, and check that out. I'm hoping to get those guys back, and of course get Matt back on, do some more live Podbean stuff, which was great stuff. And yeah, it's been a while since I, even done this live stream. Of course, you don't know. I don't know. There's people who are watching. Again, thank you guys, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, but most definitely from the Twitch and Facebook side. YouTube's picking up. We're getting, it's getting more watches on YouTube. Plus, I'm uploading some gaming footage, which you can also check out on Twitch. Just look for the Anonymous Radio Network on Twitch, and I should just probably link most of that into the descriptions of the videos, and maybe that would help better. But yeah, if you're interested in some of that, that's on there. But you will find archives of this, and then eventually find them on the YouTube to just obviously check out the catalog. So far, the videos are this of me and my gameplay. I had a bunch of gameplay, but I never took the time to download all the files from Twitch, and now I am. So I got only two footages up of 2 pieces of content of gameplay, and one I just recently did with my daughter with Horizon Zero Dawn. Oh, this song is a jam. Where's my beer? Checking out the channels right now. There we go. So yeah, check that episode out. Where's that up? And yeah, so I got some of that out. I got the video footage out, and whatever. I'm doing that. I'm doing that, and it's look at that, and on this side, there you go. It has been fun. It was fun to have my daughter on, just playing some games on the old PS4. And she really liked the Horizon Zero Dawn game. If you haven't played that, check it out. It's a pretty good game. I enjoy it. It's a game I enjoy, so that's just the rating I'm going to give it. Yeah, so we did the PS5 stuff, and I've got my Xbox now, thanks to my little brother. And I'm going to get that set up so I can do other gameplays of that and continue that whenever I get a chance, because, like I said previously, it's been pretty interesting playing, random people and everything, and talking about their stories and whatnot. And some of that I didn't catch, which, not that I need to, but it's some pretty good stuff, besides the usual gameplay that you see of just people talking about the game and, what they're doing, whatever, basically walkthroughs and stuff like that. So, it just adds another layer onto, like, people behind the game, in a sense. And it just, I used to play a lot, took some time off, and now I'm kind of getting back into it. And thanks to freaking, all the new equipment, you could just stream this, and, it's much easier to connect with people. I think there's even some games that are like cross-platform.
It's your fearless leader, C-Dub.
This is Weebcast. And I updated
Here on this podcast, we're going to talk about some of the behemoths of manga, like Naruto,
the radio network. So when you tuned in, you get to listen to that.
Baby steps. We're going to talk
promos. There's a schedule now. That's something I should think about that I've done. So there's a schedule, and you can listen to what the shows. I think it doesn't exactly work. I've had to like reset the server, but whatever. Give it a try. Tune in at those times. You're gonna hear something. But it's kind of cool, and
this is Weebcast.
Jesus, there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot going on here, actually. Here, let's take a look at what I've been doing. But Jesus, that's why I love doing these live shows. It's just be raw and come out and everything. The podcast I kind of organize. I mean, I have a bit of an organization of what I want to talk about, but there's stuff that I research, I take time with, and if I have a guest on, you know, you want to kind of focus on that. And yeah, you can't be so free. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Here, I can just chill, you know, enjoy my hobby with you, with myself, I guess, and whoever's watching, which is, at this moment, it's Warhammer, which is a headless towel because, oh, wait a minute, that's right, I got the camera. Oh, that's right, I could change freaking things now. So here's my headless fire warrior. Well, it's not a fire warrior, it's actually aeronautics guy. I changed the camera. Camera change. And you can see this stuff right here. It makes it much easier. And maybe this light's gonna work out better. I don't know. Maybe. Get that out of the way. There's so much stuff here. There we go. Let's get some. That's not the floor. Look at that. It's because of that light, I guess. Damn it. I'm gonna get these things right one of these days. Is that better? Camera, can you focus? Camera, can you focus? How about I take the light off? You gonna focus there better? I don't know. Well, I thought that would be better, but I guess it's not. Well, I guess I could just look at the darkness. Rah! That's better, I guess. Anyways, look at all that detail. You can see that a little better. But so, anyways, that's the Fire Warrior that I wanted to. Anyways. That his models, Warhammer. That's part of what this whole stream is all about. Sharing my hobby, talking about whatever I want. And, of course, the hobby is gaming. Turn this down, which is why I have video streamings of video games. Streamings of video games. And doing this. And I just kind of got the idea because one night I think I was doing the Facebook live stream. And I just was like, let me do this, you know. Because previously, and this kind of segues pretty good into one of the other points that I want to get to tonight. You know, I was doing live streams during the whole COVID thing. And thanks to Gareth, Davies, Nocturnal Frequency, Mindset Podcast, and Steve and Alex, and then Gord was in there from Nocturnal Frequency. And we were doing live streams on both channels, but mostly with the Mindset. And, you know, we kind of got into that. They got on the phone. Now they're doing more live broadcasts, video broadcasts. And I decided to get more into that. And I was like, you know, I could do a lot. You know, I can do tarot, which this would be easy for tarot now, for having cards or... So yeah, I was just testing those things out. It was just something new, new to do. The lockdown kind of, got you, getting creative. I did all sorts of things, including getting into Warhammer, as you see. And I have this mess right now because I've been working on terrain, which actually, yes, let's get into some of that when we get off the bat. So, since this is a gaming channel, this is some of the terrain I worked at using the sprues of my models. Put this to the side here, and this is one of the terrains I built. Can I get some lighting over there? Probably. So yeah, this is some of the terrain I built out of the sprues, cardboard, and good old glue sticks. So when I did all sorts of things actually. So my guys can sit there, and then they're down here. He's like, where are you? And then he's all like, and he's like, no, surprise me. Or if someone's trying to get through, whatever I have here won't be affected by the game. This is such a cool terrain, dude. I ain't gonna lie. This is probably my favorite piece. So I designed all sorts of pieces. This is one of them that can actually turn into a full building, basically. And yeah, you got you guys there. I designed it specifically, though, for my models to make it easier for me to get my savior protocols and obviously the height. So, like, take for instance here, these are my robots, my droids, my drones, and like I said, savior protocols. They're like, oh, this guy takes a hit, he gets a wound, and then I roll to say, okay, my drone's going to take the wound for me. You know, it's all part of the mechanics of Warhammer. If you know what Warhammer is, you know what I'm talking about. One day I'll get in depth in some of those things when I further have it down myself. This is Lysis. Sun gazing, if you hear that. So, this is specifically a shield drone that does a little bit more. It has an invulnerable save I can use against high AP armor penetration when that comes up, and bam, or I could take the hit and have a guy. If I got 5 of these guys, I got like a bunch of these guys. You know, this would be a good way to showcase the models as well. But so my drone's gonna be hiding here, you know, out of sight. I got to be 3 inches away, or they could be here. But basically, you know, they're gonna be here. Hopefully. This is something like this, or you can go on the other corner and do that and cover the area, and then my drone's here. And, you know, I can have this guy. Actually, I'm going to cut another piece down over here so I can see through, like a crack here or something. And so I can see through the window. So, anyway, so we got, you know, spots where it's damaged and everything. And yeah, when my guy takes that, my drone could be like, yo, here, I'm gonna take that. Maybe he'll save and he won't die, and the whole thing is a good null and void. Or freaking he does save and he's within his 3 inches right here, and he's still alive because it's gonna be also hard. He's getting cover saves from being inside the building and all this here. And let's say we got this guy here who's on the other side. He has like a whole unit of this is an HQ for the whatchamacallit Chaos Army. He's a Corn. I think he's part of the Corn Sept or whatever you want to call that. And let's say he has a unit and he's like, I'm going to charge. They can bust through here, and all my main guys are up here, and my drones are down here. Or my infantry's up there, protected still, as long as they didn't get shot out by something else. And something's down here protecting them, you know, in case someone wants to cut through. Now, let's just say, I'm going to move my glue stick over here. Hopefully it stays out of the way. I'm like, hey, I want full protection all around. I designed the next piece to complete the building. Like so. Now we got a almost fully enclosed. We got this, but let's say they're in, you know, an objectives here or something else. Actually, I should double check real quick if I think we could put an objective here. Otherwise, I can expand it out. I think it's got to be, what, 3 inches? Or what's, you got 6 inches overall? So, yeah, I think we could put an objective right in the middle of this, and we got enough room. And if we have to, we can expand this out. So it's good. But you could have an objective here, which I actually made some objective markers for the game, so it makes it a little easier to there we go, that's a little better. So it makes it a little easier to go to our secondary objectives. So I made them out of bits and pieces that you'll put down. It's gonna be kind of hard to see, but there's one, and let's say, and I used checker pieces to make the bases. They're 44 millimeters. Here's another promo because I updated the server as I spoke earlier. Take a look at this.
Hospital Porters, Pride and Dignity, stop the New World Order. The Herpanwo Show on Herpanwo Radio. Every Thursday evening at 8 p.m. Free to listen to, free to download. Great guests and features, space weather and all the latest news. Talk to the host, guest and other listeners in the Hapanwo radio chat box. For more details, go to www.hapanwo-radio.blogspot.com.
Love it. Thanks, Ben. Gonna have to get him on the podcast. This is like really one of my best works. Hey, Google, stop listening to me. I'm not trying to talk to you. Excuse me. Well, this is also one of the new songs added to the server as well. Natural Oil Spider-Man, I think it was on before when I did this. So anyways, now, as I was speaking, excuse me, turn that one down a little bit. So I got like my guys here, and then just so you can see the inside, I can only bring the camera over so much, but you see, it's hard to see. I'm wearing shorts, don't worry guys. It's hard to see it. I don't want to bring it too close, and I'll eventually add pictures up. But, you know, I got drones here, I got my guy here, and my drones help save me, plus some of them do, you know, some cool stuff. So they could be above here, you know, doing their stuff here, and if someone wants to charge underneath, you know, the drones will be here, and also my drones will be protected. So also, let's say the objectives here, and I have my drones which can hold objectives. Okay, they can hold them, but they can't do infantry stuff. And my drone is within range. I just got to be 3 inches for my drone to receive the shield that I get from them. So let's see. Either way, we'll do 3 inches, and he's just gonna have to be really close to the wall to get and he's within 3 inches. So, and I think I am, as long as, it's messing things up. As long as I'm within 3 inches of the objective, I can claim the objective, you know. So we can claim the objective and also provide a savior protocol for my drone. Well, I would have to be right here if I had some units here, and this would be like any part of the terrain. This could be just the wall itself. Remember, I could take this away, though it doesn't destroy it, and it just becomes this half. And now it's just like, you know, a corner wall. So you put this back, now it becomes a whole building, which is I think it's one of my favorite buildings so far. I'm probably gonna do some more spray paint, but right now it's playable. Oh yeah, and I'm supposed to have a game tomorrow with a new army to play against, the Death Guard. So that's gonna be interesting. I'm kind of excited and scared at the same time because I've never played them, and it's a lot to take in. I ain't gonna lie. So, excuse me. So yeah, so that the way I built the terrain and the way any terrain should be used overall, specifically, you know, in strategy-wise, is so that you have, you know, a barrier, you know, a cover save, some cover, as well as you also have height if you can use it. And I have a couple other pieces that I created for that. So there's like this rock piece I created. This is just styrofoam. So I put this down, do its thing, and then put my things here. And there's a little bit of light cover on the top from being up there. But I could put the drones behind this because it's a rock. You know, here, I can get rid of this. You see, look at it. You do that. Yeah, it's hard to notice it, but we'll do a little bit of that so you can see like that. Baby, seriously at my best work. I almost want to make another piece like this, but we're working on something else. Maybe I could do another piece like this. You see, and then I will alternate it so I can have different stuff on different walls. So there's that. You know what? I I mean, I should do another piece because you never know when you need it. But realistically, this is how it's going to be played on a tabletop. But if we're able to do a full building, that would be awesome, which I think we should with this. And I kind of created a full building, so we can use we can use it as a full building or part of a building to split it up. We have this is almost a full building. And we have that there. It's like, the building kind of, whatever. So again, we can have stuff here and provide like cover or have my, my characters down here, safe and cover all around, you see? So it's almost a full building, so I could supply cover all around much easier. And if I want to, I could probably use, something like this in the back, which I probably will, to provide some more cover, Maybe make a couple walls the back of this, or something like this. Actually, here, look at this. I got a piece of styrofoam. I could do something with that, And then I can make a piece and then provide a back wall for this, because I really feel that's part of the game now. We got to use our cover very much better, and specifically with my army, it's I need that. I don't have an updated rules, which a lot of armies do. Oh, so in case you can see the that's that piece, and I have another piece that's similar to this, and then you flip it around. I'll probably get rid of a piece of the paper eventually. And it's got an inside, which you can hide in here if you need to. You're not going to be able to shoot through it, but you can hide it, and if you want to, you'll be like, hey, I want to get up, and risk that, and then throw your drone in there, and keep your drone safe so you can get your saber protocols, because you're going to be, 3 inches away. So you put your army up here, bam, or you can tuck your, your commander in. I think that's right there. You can only go so far in. You could tuck your commander in, and then it's safe, providing cover and sorts of other things. There's a lot of things you could be doing with this space right here. And then I have another one, which I was going to use something to block it, but so you can have your commander in there. Again, have your guy here, commander, drones inside, or you could shoot through it. You see? There's a hole there, unlike this one. So you put that somewhere, and then you can, put this lined up. So, yeah, you got cover, a little bit of cover still. And you got someone on top if you want to. And do your thing. And just make sure you got all your drones nearby to provide even more protection. And hopefully you'll be able to do this, or put this over an objective if possible. Oh, crap. Did I move that objective somewhere? Oh, no, here it is. I think, actually, it can't be right on top of it. I don't remember. But I was thinking of doing some, platform stuff, too. Because I really think height and all that really plays into a lot, especially when you're getting charged and stuff. So, again, this guy could be charging, and you're up here, and you can provide shooting still, and they can't just charge you, and they can't really just come up here. They would have to do something else, to just get close by and shoot. But they can't time it. So as long as I'm above, they can't do anything. So, for different terrain styles, just like this, there's some, you could say it's concrete fall-in walls or boulders maybe that fell over. Again, more hiding spaces. Hide your drone in. Give it some cover. Thinking about adding another piece in there, because that's the main thing, to provide as much cover as possible. I think some of my drones are a little shorter, but they'll be here. And if anything, I can hide my my guys behind here. They won't be able to shoot through this. Maybe they will. We'll see. But it might be just where something they can hide for a second, which you might want to hide Again, a drone that provides safety for you, shield, or your commander, which you put this here, and my commander has stuff that makes it like, you got to do 6 inches, so I go from right here, measure it, 6 inches, and they're safe behind here. You're like, hey, I want to get some more, so you get closer to the middle of this thing. You got your commander, you got your other drones here doing their thing. Excuse me, sorry. And then you got 6 inches of a bubble to provide not only cover for you, but now you got stuff. Because your commander really shouldn't be shooting things unless it really needs to. Stuff like that. That's just getting too depth in it. It's funny how the beginning of the show was a little rough to get to because I had little technical issues and some other stuff. And talking about the game is much more fluid. And we've already been on for an hour. And I was trying to get on earlier, but oh well, that's what replays are for and whatnot. I should double check if we got any people chatting, because it doesn't really update me here. I think Restream updates me, but whatchamacallit, damn it, my Switcher app doesn't update me. And I really do enjoy this now. Now you can focus on my work. I can control Switcher from there, and then, if I want to focus on me again, if that really is that important. Hey viewers. Hey viewers on Twitch. Say hi in chat. Let me know how I'm doing. Let's check out YouTube real quick. Gotta update it. Hello YouTube. Thank you. I should actually send out the YouTube link, because some people don't have Twitch, because my Twitter gets updated by the Twitch on YouTube. Oh shoot, now we're gonna get all that. And I know a lot of people don't have Twitch still. It's it's like its own community. So I'm gonna send a tweet out while we can, because I'll probably be on for at least one more hour here. Sorry, guys, if you were listening earlier and you got caught up in with the music and all that. But hey, that's what these live shows are about. That's why I like doing this. I'm not in a rush trying to get things together and do all things. It's just raw. Just me, blah, 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 off the cuff, doing what I'm doing, figuring stuff out as I go. I feel like I need to put on more deodorant. I should have. Or did I? I don't remember. I took a shower, though.
Hello,
and this is the man. Oh, my God.
Sometimes disturbing world of ours. Yes, that's the intro to the Mindset Podcast, a weekly attempt to open eyes
segue,
and shedding light on what's really going on in the world, all done by ripping apart the media madness that masquerades as news. Join me, Gareth Davies, every Sunday on the Mindset Podcast. You can find the show on all major podcasting services such as iTunes, Stitcher, and so on. Or you can go directly to the main Mindset website. That's www.mindsetcentral.com. Check out the Mindset Podcast. Bring your curiosity, your opinions, and a sense of humor. And remember that some worldviews are stranger than others.
We're not going to be hearing that Sunday anymore, unless you choose to. You can. It's a really good segue. As I'm talking about this, I'm checking out some stuff, and I think that's a perfect segue into what else I want to talk to. We're in a great halfway point kind of here. That's Gareth Davies of the Mindset Podcast, as he said. And if you were tuning into the previous episode, let's do that real quick. Episode 7, I mentioned how Gareth had COVID, and it's bad. It's hard to talk about this still. And that's another reason why I didn't want to do the live stream, because I'm still in a funk about it, even though I only known Gareth very briefly in the past few years here. He was quite an impact to many of us, besides the listeners and whatnot. And Gareth, we ended up doing a tribute episode with Nocturnal Frequency. So if you ever want to see that, check out. I should probably link it to the video description, so you can just find it there, make it easier. But we did a tribute for him. I was on there. Some good stuff there. Very sad. Oh, I forgot to bring up my pillow from my bootash. Yeah, I met him on Nocturnal Frequency. They met him years ago. And I was on talking about paranormal. Wow, Gareth was on. And I think I was mentioning some stuff in the chat. And Gareth's like, yeah, right on, man. About, he was agreeing. And eventually I came on. And then I was on, with Gareth doing, other shows. And eventually Gareth asked me to be on his show. And I was doing more shows with him. And then last year, when COVID hit, which was obviously big content, as well as it gave us time to kind of work on some stuff, I started doing live streams with him, Gareth, Steve, and Alex, Steve and Alex from Nocturnal Frequency. And we were doing paranormal live streams, which were working out great. Some really good stuff. Really good stuff. And we just clicked it. We were have our own little, Facebook chat group that we sent goofy memes and some pretty dark stuff to, and talk about paranormal stuff. And we were just talking about Steve and I, when I changed the chat group name, because you could do that in Facebook chat, that we were like the Northern Hemisphere Paranormal Research Society and Meme Center, because that's what we did a lot. So, we were really thinking about this. We were talking about meeting up and stuff, and Gareth, he gave the live the camera you see right here. Boop 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 boop. That's filming this right now. Gareth, he sent me that, and this is actually a good song. I'll turn this up a little bit. It's actually for you, Gareth. Why not? It takes so long without you. Again, dynamisradionetwork.podbean.com. You can find out more. So, it's a good song. So, Gareth, he just, he sent me the camera, and he sent me the camera, and it just hit me that he would do that, and I told him he didn't have to. He messaged me, and he's like, hey, because I was doing these shows with him, right, and he actually. Some of the shows that he was doing, he wanted me to be his co-host on, and I had kids and dealing with my own stuff and dealing with work and COVID stuff, and I just didn't have time. Gareth most definitely had some time, and he had more updated equipment. That was the other thing, my technical difficulties. Even with my newer stuff, I still have technical difficulties. I don't got a new computer, but it's newer. One day I'll get a completely new computer, but this won't work out for right now. And so he did all that, and we just hit it off, and we had very similar political views. We're kind of centrist in a sense, and he would call me out on some ideas or question them, and he would give me the platform to explain myself and talk about it. So it just we hit it off very well, which one of the reasons why he wanted me to do the show. Which I'm surprised, because I rant on, and as you can see the show, sometimes when I'm just freeballing, it could get a little hectic, and I apologize for people who are not used to that. But, I've been podcasting for a decade plus now, so I know how things can be. Not saying I've had hit podcasts or anything, but we had some followings, and a lot of people liked it. I just found out. that we started on Blog Talk many years ago. I think 2007, 2008, maybe even earlier than that. Oh yeah, here's a good song. This is actually for you too, Gareth. I love this song. It's called Scum, the Catfish Dog stuff. So I started on there, and I found we had 71,000 listens since the last time we were on it, which was years ago, like 5 years ago or something. And I just was surprised. So I'm thinking of doing some stuff on Blog Talk to gain that already established community, I guess, because that's where we started off, even Nocturnal Frequency. And anyway, so we found that out. We started off there, and yeah, I've been doing this forever, and I did scripted stuff or tried to have outlines and all sorts of things, right? And to be in the end, half the stuff that's made me whatever it is that why I keep doing this and I'm part of podcasts and stuff is because I am chaotic and I just do it and say what I do. Do what I say what I want. Whatever, how I say. Damn, what happened? I kind of want a bowl of cereal, guys. There you go. Something, what do I do with my hair? So, anyways, and there's a lot of stuff I talk about, which you can see. You for no one. Did I even say it right? I don't know. It's the best song. So anyways, that's why I continue to do this, because I do, and people are like, hey, continue it, and guys like Gareth, who didn't know me, yeah, it's a good song. So guys like Gareth, who've had a large following, and he doesn't even know. He just talks about this stuff. He's more popular than me, right? But I was up there before. I was getting asked to do conferences, and I made even a little post just recently because I it broke my heart a little bit. I saw some old followers end up being part of another group. And I'm not going to name names and stuff like that. And the guys listen or whatever, then so be it. Man, I forgot my gummy bears, too. Jesus Christ. So anyways, to wet my palate, to get my mouth going, we're going to drink some beer. I'm in the paranormal. I'm the founder of the LCGH research group, and I'm actually got another case coming. Wink, wink, case coming. Hopefully everything plans out. Yeah. More details coming soon on that. And that's the thing. I don't even talk about that stuff a lot. You catch me doing these things. I don't really publicize my stuff as much because it's not really about that. And with this particular group, more or less than the founder, the owner, they most definitely are in it for the limelight. They're part of the tours, and they're actually connected to a favorite. I'm sorry if sometimes that may be a favorite of mine, an author. We have some different perspectives, and I think another reason why my following has waned is because of sometimes my ideas and my political beliefs and my religious, I just question everything. How about that? I'm not like one specific thing. I just question everything to an extent that it gets, that I got, you got to know there's some base, some common sense to have. But I do question everything, and I don't really follow anything. I don't really have it's like I'm kind of my own thing, and if anything, I follow people who are their own thing, if that's going to be the case. But either way, just like Gareth is. So yeah, I made a post. We'll get back to the Gareth thing. That kind of was ranting and raving about that because that's kind of what Gareth was about. He wasn't about the showmanship besides his podcast, but he was interested in the truth and what we found and what we're being honest about. And I've been consulted, by producers for paranormal shows, an NBC producer, for doing a documentary on the Woodstock Opera House, stuff like that. And I just didn't do it. It was not my thing. I wish I kind of did it, given how that's all you kind of need is just to take that seriously. But I mean, if I wanted to, I probably could call some of these people and be like, "Hey, you interested in getting some of this stuff done?" Sure, but I don't. It's not about that. Most definitely, this is a good part of the song. If I really cared about my image and stuff, I wouldn't do and say the things I do. Or is that just like self-sabotaging or reckless? I mean, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. But I'm not trying to. You're getting what you see. Whatever people like about me, this is it right here. Even if it's as chaotic as it is, this is where all that comes from. So if people were following me for my paranormal philosophies, findings, experiences, whatever, this is what it's all about. That's how it got me to that point. And it's kind of, as though this doesn't seem humble, it's kind of being humble about some of those experiences, because you are dealing with some real stuff. We're talking about consciousness. You don't hear many paranormal investigators, researchers say we're dealing with consciousness. We're dealing with ghosts and demons and spirits and whatnot. We're overall just dealing with consciousness, reality. That's seriously what this is. This is far beyond ghost stories. This is like trying to understand the Matrix. That's what real paranormal investigation is. Nothing about ghost tours, nothing about TV shows or books, unless you got some really good stuff to present, sure. But most likely, not saying that's going to be good, but you're just going to find the same thing you're going to find in any other stories. People's personal experiences. Maybe one day I'll write my own. But there's going to be hints of other things in it than just me ranting about the haunted houses I've been at and whatnot, and whatever. So anyways, it's also why Gareth and I connected. So check out my Facebook for that rant. Follow me, LCGH Research Group on Facebook. You can find a group. I should be doing more posting, because I have such videos, and I'm going to be doing TikTok stuff. Find LCGH on Twitter and LCGH on TikTok, because I'm going to be posting stuff there. I already got some videos to start with, and I'm starting with my TikTok first and working on it there. So anyways, out of all that, there's Ben's wonderful show. I promote my friends, people. I promote my friends. Or, my acquaintances, my colleagues. I don't really hang out with Ben or talk to him as much. And this is a good way to get back into the main topic here as well. But this is why Gareth brought us together. Ben was on Gareth's show talking about UFOs and stuff, and conspiracies. And Gareth was just one of the reasons why I did all that, and because of the way I am, he was interested in the stuff they had to say. So I was very happy they gave me the platform and stuff like that to present that. Yeah. Gareth got COVID. He had views. You can listen to the past mindsets that we talked about it. We were both indifferent. This is a really good song too. We were both indifferent about it, not like some of the other people that he had on, and some of the larger narratives out there. I'm gonna turn this up just a little more. This is a really good song. So, yeah, we connected that way, and that's why this kind of hits hard about everything. And of course, I promoted him on my show. He was like, "Justin, get your promo out, make it." And the reason why, why he sent me the camera, which you seen earlier, and the reason why we got a new computer, literally, it's because Gareth was a huge push on it. He really was a huge push. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know half the stuff I'm talking about. The produce, all that. I don't. Again, this is not stuff I could sit here and ring it all out. How whatever people may perceive Gareth and I as buddies or whatever, but we weren't really. We just connected that day. And he gave me a chance because I was gone from podcasting for a while. I was traveling for work, and I left with a sour taste in my mouth because of the things that I experienced. Some of it was my own doing because of, basically just living life, man, dealing with life, my own stuff. And a lot of it rode on me. That's a discussion in itself, a whole podcast in itself, trying to explain all those things. But let's just say trying to do all this among having shows, the network, editing, all that, it's a lot. And it caused some schisms with some people, which I guess left a bad taste. And, we kind of parted ways. And that wasn't part of it. Part of it was because also I did everything, right? So that's another reason I like Gareth and I, because we know how it goes to do everything. And it was great not to do everything and have Gareth kind of take the reins of stuff. So, anyways, so yeah, that's I've been through it. I know it's very taxing. So I was away for a bit. Gary got me back, along with Nocturnal Frequency. Of course, they were equally mutually part of that. But Gary did push it a lot, and gave me a hard time about everyone gives me a hard time about my technical difficulties. But it was hard. We were doing live shows, and it was a pain in the ass. And I felt bad. And I think it was great to just have Gareth in my in my corner for that. Even though he just kept just when you're ready, let me know. Blah blah blah. So a few weeks ago, we found out, as I explained in the show before, almost a month ago now. Jesus Christ! And of course, I had my own health thing. I'm gonna bring back too. Gareth, he died of COVID complications. Now, I'm not sure exactly what else he had or anything like that, but he passed away, and it was a lot. I mean, he was an influence on a lot of people's lives. Obviously my own. Recently, there's some lysis there, and I took it kind of hard. There were some experiences I think I talked about on here that happened during that time while I thought, while he was in the hospital, that I don't know, maybe it was Gareth, I don't know. There was I was laying on the bed. I had the light thing, and if you don't remember, I had this light experience seen in the kitchen as I was doing stuff, and saw a light in the kitchen, and didn't know where it came from. Then, what was it? I think it was after I found out, or during that. I can't remember. But either way, another incident happened where I felt like, someone hit the bed like that. And I thought maybe it was the cats. Maybe. But it felt like hands, like hands. And it kind of woke me up. And it doesn't, stuff like, I guess it doesn't spook me as much. Even the stuff that I'm talking about, with the weird light. And I think one thing I mentioned was the spoon in the kitchen twirling and falling to the floor. And I saw it with my own eyes. It's been a while since I had some weird experiences. So this was like, what the heck is going on? And then, of course, I had my own health issue. And I'm thinking, is this part of that? Did I just, knock something? And I'm now, experiencing things again or something? So, yeah, so that happened. And my partner, she thought she heard someone, I think, say hey or something like that. I forget what it was. And I'm pretty sure it was before we found out about Garrett's passing. And of course, it hit her hard real quick because her best friend just died died from COVID last year. So, she knew Gareth was really a big part of everything that was going on, especially my push to do these podcasts, continuing these live streams and everything. So, anyways, there's getting spooked out. I got headphones on. I favorite vibrations. That's probably the cats running around and stuff. So, the next weird experience, along with that, I'm up here doing my stuff. This was 2 weeks ago or something, and I'm I still think about Gareth because I just you hear that I didn't want the one reason why I didn't want to do the live streams this way. was because I would hear Garrett's promo now, and we played it on Nocturnal Frequency after I said an interesting way to that I remember Gareth by. You can check it out on Nocturnal Frequency, or if you follow me, CrazyJ82, or Facebook, you can check out my clips that I post on my 24 hours of my stories and stuff like that, because that's what I do. So, I'm up here doing my thing. I think I was partially building terrain, now I remember. So, I'm over here taking heads off. Switch it up real quick. Taking heads off. Bam, bam, bam. And switching them around because, this doesn't matter, right? This is just a model. It doesn't matter. I can say what it is. But I have proper bits to represent the other models, and if I just took the head off this, and he had a helmet, and he has like a freaking binoculars he's holding, it just was a little weird, that's all it was. It was just a little weird. So I just was like, you know what, take his head off, put the head on the other thing, and we'll work from there. So anyways, I'm doing that, and I had a model set up like right about here, somewhere here. We got the model. Look at this muscle little desk that I have, my art desk. And I had the model like set up here along with the squad of like 5 or 6, I forget, of each. And I I dropped something already. Or the cat, I remember something happened. The cat did something, I dropped something, and I was looking for something, and I get back up and I was about to put everything away and, organize some other stuff. Oh, I got to organize because I have a game tomorrow. I got to remember that too. And, so I had the model here, and I noticed one was missing. And I'm like, what the heck? I swear to God, I got all the. It's like I didn't have to make a model. Like I had extra bits, and I looked all around underneath the desk, underneath here, and I didn't find it. It could be a nook and cranny somewhere I didn't check, or maybe I totally didn't have that extra model. Put this back up, and maybe I didn't have the extra model, right? So. Either way, that's not the weird thing. That is weird, but, whatever. I could just be, retarded. And I get up, look, and this thing moves, right? And, there's this thing over here, which I have 2 cigarettes in because I was smoking cigarettes at that time, too. This, a shot glass that I use as an ashtray sometimes, or I've taken shots in by cleaning it out. And I was putting things away, frustrated and everything, ready to go to bed. I was also like asleep. And might as well, got the cameras. Might as well just use my cameras because that's what we do now. We got double cameras. And I swear to God, I saw this thing topple over, literally go bloop. And I didn't. Now you see. I'm shaking the table right now. Well, it's kind of hard to see, I guess. Here, let me do something like this. I'm shaking the table. All right. And it's barely moving this. And I'm like, what the heck? How did this thing fall? And trust me, I'm not bullshitting you. Again, I'm even saying it's a possibility that my incident, my fainting incident is the best way I can explain it. Maybe it triggered something. Maybe I'm just going crazy right now. Who knows, right? I don't know. I'm leaving it up to that. But that happened. Those other experiences happened. I most definitely, and then you could say, my girl has a bias, and she's gonna agree that that she saw the light and stuff like that. Whatever, I trust me. I would question it too. But it happened. That happened. Sometimes there's addicts creepy. There's some stuff that's happened here, which I will eventually do a show on and stuff like that. We're going to get more into this. If you're interested, you want to keep me doing this, want me to explain some more of those things and spend some time, you can always donate by going to the Anonymous Radio Network.podbean.com. You can find a link there. And if it ain't there, let me know and I'll send you a link, because most definitely would be happy if people donated to keep this going, to pay for this and server and all that, and also a little bit of help of keeping Gareth and other network people's stuff alive and running and stuff like that. And in a sense, I'm kind of doing this on a charity, because I just like doing this. But heck, if people paid, I totally would do this full time and do more stuff and get camera set up. So I do this off to the side. You don't have to see all that. And there's a camera pointing down, and like I'm trying to do with this thing. It would be most definitely better. Newer computer, all that stuff would be fun to get things going here. Or I could do things from the computer instead of using my iPad. I just like using the iPad because it really does kind of connect things well in this particular space I have for this setup. Anyways, yeah. So, all that, paranormal experiences, all that, dealing with Garrett's death. It's been a lot lately. I had a friend die just what is it, like a month before Garrett's incident happened, and he's a fellow podcaster and LCGHer. He's been on some LCGH podcasts, so it's something that hit hard. It makes you really think about our mortality, makes you think about the time we have here and all the time we spend with the petty stuff. And reasons why I want to do this, I want to work, but because there's things that I could do, I'm still good with my hands and stuff. But I would totally love to just like paranormal investigate claims all the time, and bring you the information on that, because people know me. I'm, I take things pretty seriously with that. So I would do my best to present something if I ever did a TV show. Well, if I ever did a TV show and it's like the Ghost Hunters, I'm just telling you, I'm just trying to make a buck, just straight up, and I'll give the details after. But if I do make a TV show or something, there's Gareth right now. There's Gareth right now.
Wild, wacky, and sometimes disturbing world of ours. Yes, that's the intro to the Mindset Podcast, a weekly attempt to open eyes and shedding light on what's really going on in the world.
That's
all
yeah.
done by ripping apart the media madness
but
as news.
Yeah, it's I would love to just like travel and check out paranormal spots and claims and all that, and present it on a constant basis, because I'll give you all the details without sprucing it all up. I'll package it nice, but it'll be as raw as I can get it. Look at stuff floating in the air. But yeah, I would totally be down with doing that, and I would totally be down with talking my face off and organizing ideas and presenting those things in the podcast form and all that. So if you're interested, you can donate to the site, please. It is the day and age. So yeah. So to kind of piggyback off the promo there and the overall discussion of Gareth and COVID, this is actually a really good song too. It's sad. It was. We lost a friend, and he was a pretty big impact. But I think what's more sad is how people handled the situation. For one, I won't get into too many details with that. In certain aspects, But the other thing for me was the freaking polarity of the COVID discussion, because eventually Gareth, he was against the vaccine, which, man, I'm like shaking because it's a whole fucking, it's a discussion, guys. And I got gaming stuff going. I should try to get that going here, because I'm gonna make some more terrain. I'm gonna make these pieces because I think these are great. You can make them as a building. They're small enough, to hold stuff down in, and at the same time I can cover other ends of buildings if I need to. So I'm thinking of making one more set of these. Next set will be of the buildings, and then I'm gonna make some walls, which I think I make some walls out of this. You know, just it's flat enough, whatnot. So you see some of my material here, and we're gonna put this away. I'm gonna put this to the side for right now. I got all sorts of stuff here. You can take it right here. These are some other walls I made, some other barricade type stuff before we continue here. Again, let me know in the chat sounds, what you like, what you don't like. And whatnot. Give me some feedback, please. So I made a lot of these already, but I just started doing the building stuff just recently because, again, as I explained earlier, it helps to have a lot of that cover and options. And we're limited with terrain, and I remember my playmate Connor, who plays Adeptus Mechanicus, which is totally different from me, Tau, the Tau Empire. You know, we would like taller stuff, you know, because it gives us a vantage point, and you still could die through it, but, you know, you're not going to get rushed, and you can have, again, your characters, like he would be a character, HQ, and you can have him hidden behind stuff while you're doing some other things. It's a lot of things you can work with. Because we have a lot of this, barricades, and like one or two big buildings, maybe one big building. But we really should have more, you know? So, it's probably one of my least favorite songs on the thing. So anyways, because of that too, you also got objectives, as I mentioned before, and I made some real quick. I'll point them out here so you can see. Kind of get this out of the way. I'm going to do something with these. I could do something with that too real quick. Here's another one piece. But I made 8 objectives. There's one more. And it's just taking bits of my models. I did drop one. Oh, I had, no, I have them all. So there's 6 there that I originally made, these 3. And then here's another one. He's going to be on the red. You see. And then you can easily, you know, do stuff. And then if I raise the flag, I could just lift up these antennas, be like, I raised my flag, to, you know, kind of announce that. You know, stuff like that. Oh, he's falling off. Put that back on. But yeah, so I've been a busy boy trying to get my game going because it's, you know, it's a new thing to do. I play D&D, Pathfinder, I mean. And I have this, and it's with everything, kids and work and all that. It's great to be able to do something different and kind of strategize. It's almost work in itself, obviously, because look at the time I'm spending on trying to create some of this stuff for a game that I may play once a month, it seems like now. But it's worth it to me. It's just one of those things. Plus, you live once. I almost died, apparently, so why not have some fun, right? So I made these, you know. It's a collection of heads. Again, it's going to be hard. I know. It's kind of hard to see. It's a collection of helmets or towel heads. And this is a gun and a backpack, you know, kind of like it just set to the side. This is part of a down drone. I made, oh, see, that's perfect. Oh, that's the light I want. It's a down drone. Here, maybe you can see the heads better this way. is it not picking up the heads now? Anyways, Jesus, what happened? So I got that set up. Before as I do all this. Rah, 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 rah. Beautiful. Made out of cardboard, crushed up rock, and bits and pieces of my model kits that I cut up, and whatever was left over I didn't use, I made this. So we're going to put these to the side because I'm going to create more. Oop. I got to glue that in. I'm going to create more terrain. I can easily do these later, finish them up. I got a job tomorrow. Oh man, this whole week is a discussion. We're going to get as much as we can in here. Yesterday was 9/11 too. There's that. We're going to put this to the side, and then we're going to focus on creating more of that terrain. And I got so much stuff. So we're going to put most of this over here. And I know where I left off at. I know you want to hear this COVID discussion. All right. Can't wait to use that. I got another rock piece that's similar to this. And then I think I'm gonna use this piece, and then I'm gonna save these pieces for making another building. So at the very least, I can take a half and then have one whole building and still have like half of a building to put somewhere, you know? So that's what I'll do with these big pieces. Maybe cut this one up. But for right now, we're going to take this one piece. And I wish I had another one. That could be a wall too. I like when they match. It makes it easier when they match. Any one of these. Oop. It's hot. And then we can make a small little thing here. Let's see how small this is. Let's put our fire warrior there. Let's put a drone there. And that is good. So like if I did like I had 2 sets of these, then I could do a small building. All right, I could do a small building or 2 walls, you know. But I think the buildings really need some building stuff. So I think that does work. So we'll do that. Like that ready. I got some more bigger pieces there. This piece. So, I could take some of these. Okay, that's a piece there. I could probably take those off and this off. I could save these for later, which I'll put in. And then we'll shift through this. I could probably make this as a wall. Why not? Just have a wall ready there. And do something with these. And with the one that has the less stuff on there to take off, we're going to work with that. That looks good. What about these? This has, okay. Over there. This looks like I got everything off of this. So we'll use that. I could possibly use that. I could take stuff off of there if I really wanted to, but we're going to put this to the side right now. That one for sure we're using, and then we'll just take this one off. Mainly because it's just faces, and then we can use this to...
Hello, good evening,
Gareth.
good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be around this wild, wacky, and sometimes disturbing world of ours. Yes, that's the intro to the Mindset Podcast, a weekly attempt to open eyes and shedding light on what's really going on in the
And you're going to watch me make terrain. That's what we're doing for the
media
songs.
madness that masquerades as news. Join me, Gareth Davies, every Sunday on the Mindset Podcast. You can find the show on all major podcasting services such as iTunes, Stitcher, and so on. Or you can go directly to the main Mindset website. That's www.mindsetcentral.com. Check out the Mindset Podcast. Bring your curiosity,
Get my vape
your
going.
opinions,
We got our
and a sense of
pieces.
humor.
Double
And
check
remember that some
that we took
worldviews are
all the
stranger
pieces
than
I want
ours.
off. Yes, we did. We'll put these just to the side right now. Right there. We're going to get our stuff set up. And we got our hot glue going. Bam, bam. I think I'm going to put on some more deodorant because I'm stinking it up here. We're going to use this. This. My knife. And my surgical blade. Okay. So, we're going to take a quick break. Because why not? I've been like streaming roughly maybe, an hour and 20 minutes. We're going to take a quick break. Get back into this. And, well, maybe I do that, right? And then not do that and just have that playing for right now until I get back. And then, yeah. You're watching Chillin with Jay. Thanks, guys. And we're going to continue this discussion right on the other side. Go put some deodorant on real quick. Enjoy the music.
just coincide. If I said I'm feeling fine, would you take me at my word, or would you cry?
Pandora. Amanda in the Clouds. And I am back, if you care. I got some snacks. I put some deodorant on. Still got a beer to finish. How about you? How's your Saturday, your Sunday been? There's still so much more to talk about. Let's see. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Boo, 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 boo. Yo, peace. I'm back. Listen to music. Talking about friends. Working on hobbies. Game stuff. And we're going to be talking about COVID. So, I'm going to get some more chips in.
It's your fearless leader, C.
Weebcast. Check that out on the Announcer Radio Network.
Podcast. Here on this podcast, we're going to talk about some of the behemoths of manga like Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. We're even talking about the diamonds in the rough like Gamma, Baby Steps. We're going to talk about it all on here. We're going to take some of the greatest topics known to man in this weird and wacky and sometimes confusing world that we all love and know of anime and manga. I hope you guys would take my hand and join me in this adventure.
God, I love goldfish.
Traversing this not so straight path of a medium that we all love and know. This is Weebcast. It's a little rough around the edges, like myself, but I think you guys are gonna like it. Stay tuned.
Ooh, Having Kittens. New band on the network.
Tranquil.
Some really good stuff right there. That was called Gas Leak by Having Kittens. Looking them up on Bandcamp. Maybe I should post a link in the description. But Having Kittens, Bandcamp. Having Kittens on Bandcamp.com. Check it out, guys. They're totally rad. All right. Making more walls. Cut this out. Beautiful. Got one piece out. Side. Grab this. Pick a side that we want it on. This side seems fine. I always forget where I should be doing it on the flat side, like this. Yeah, like that. I can easily cover that up with something. It's not a big deal. Because sometimes, well, I'm not gonna put a platform on this, so I really. Could do a platform on this. That would be kind of cool. But let's let's do this. Just keep with the plan of making this another corner, whatever. Got our hot glue gun. We're gonna get this on there. So let's get back to the show. Hope you're digging the music still. Excuse me. Great music. Ow, ow, ow. Hot glue, burning my hand. But whatever. It's the price you pay for art. Beautiful. Yawn. Song Overflow. Alright, kind of let that kind of do its thing. Bam, bam, bam. Cut the next piece that we have right here. Get back our piece of cardboard. Oh no, I dropped it. Spot we want to do, put that there, get this going, always using edges here to edge, so it makes better cuts. Go. Right. Yeah, that should work. There we go. All right, so we got that. Got one made. We're going to join them together eventually here. Put this away. Bam, bam, bam. So, catch up. Give this up a little more. To catch up. Gareth died of COVID, and it's pretty devastating, but what followed is that I eventually found, people's opinions on it, almost like the Joe Rogan discussion here that's come about where he ended up getting COVID. He survived, of course. And he's most definitely healthier, most likely healthier than Gareth. Sorry, Gareth.
Wow, it's your fearless leader, C-Dub.
And
podcast. Here on this podcast,
because of his point of view on the vaccine, which I'm also indifferent on the COVID vaccine, I'm not going to really tell you either or, but I'm going to give you some information. It's up to you to decide what you want to do about that. All right? I am not a health expert. I'm just a regular old Joe.
Of a medium that we
Your name's probably Joe out there listening. Just a regular old Joe.
It's a little rough around the edges like myself, but I think you guys are going to like it. Stay tuned.
And, damn. That's going to join together just nicely like that. All right. So, he didn't want to get the vaccine, which he didn't, obviously. Would it help them? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm going to tell you why. And it really shouldn't matter to anyone else, because it was his choice. Good old America, right? Get the vaccine if you want, get it if you don't. You should, right? To an extent. Most definitely, this is one of those things where it's kind of in the gray area. As I was explaining on a post on Facebook someone made talking about they didn't want to get the vaccine, which is fine. I don't want to get the vaccine yet. I kind of want to wait it out, see what's going on, since it's not new. They've been doing research on it, but it's just new to the public. It's this specific stuff that's going on, this RNA stuff. All right. That's what I don't like. That's what I question. This RNA stuff. All right. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm going to get into the specifics of that. You can look information up, find on your own. All right. But really, what it's doing is like telling your body to fight. It's telling your body to fight the virus off instead of having the virus in itself fight it off. Safer? I don't know. It's like using a protein or something. Again, I'm not a doctor. Just knock something over. I wish I did. Finish all that. So, I'm indifferent about the vaccine. Gareth most definitely was himself, but he wasn't going to get it. I'm not getting it unless, of course, they are making it mandatory. Then I'm like, all right, maybe I got to do something, So, my son's mother, my son Mason, his mother. I have 3 kids. They had a scare. Like, that actually came together nicely, to be honest with you. And then we're just going to get a bead of glue here. Just to strengthen it up. Do it again on the inside. Bam, bam, bam. Now we have a wall. It's that easy. Now we have a wall. I'm going to eventually paint it. Maybe let that sit overnight and stuff. And now we can make another one. Then we'll have 2 sets, so I can make, another small building if possible. And let that dry and continue with the next. So, they had a scare. There was a scare back in, December. He ended up not getting COVID. It was actually his mother that got COVID. Oop. She didn't get the vaccine. Her father, who's like a medical doctor, an MD, as well as a surgeon, and he does all sorts of other things. He's like a Swiss Army knife of doctors. He most definitely suggested not to get the vaccine himself. He's in Europe. He's a respected surgeon doctor in his town, and his colleagues also are on the same. It's like him and a group of colleagues feel the same way. Again, I'm not a doctor. They are. It's my son's mother. I was with them. Obviously, she's my ex. When you think about it, this is actually a good part of the song.
Everything will be, then you should take the time to tell me why.
Panda Riot, Black Pyramids. They're saying this. There's been other doctors that say the same thing, but again, I've been with her for a while. I'll take her dad's word for it. I've never met the man. He knows about me. I never met the man. But I'll take his word for it, I don't think he would give his daughter that advice. And he suggests not giving it to our son, his grandson. And he's a doctor, So, I really don't know how to take all that, It's, it makes me question things, when you got a doctor like him, suggesting this. So what do? You wait it out. That's really what you do. You do the best you can, waiting it out and weighing out the information that's presented to you. Okay. So, and like I said, that's just one. Don't take my word for it. Don't take his word for it. There's other people, including people in the medical field, that I know that are telling me that the vaccines are doing some weird stuff. They've sent me some information that's, directly from their labs and their data, basically. And they don't want that vaccine. And they're in the medical field. And they're seeing some weird things happening to certain people. Not to everybody, to certain people, of course. So, again, I'm not a doctor. I'm just taking this information that I have the best I can. And, yeah. And I'm just kind of presenting this based off the whole discussion here. Because you got people... I was talking with my sister today, and she's like, it's weird that there's lotteries for this vaccine. You know, you can win a car, you can win money. Oh, I just dropped some more stuff. I'm going to have to pick that up there. But I agree. It's a little weird, you know, that we have that going on just to push this vaccine, you know. And maybe it's all incompetence on our side or our leader's side. I'm giving it that the way we're seeing all this weird stuff happen, you know. I'm giving it that. I'm not discounting that it could be that. We're just misconstruing how our leaders are handling things, you know. Damn it. And or maybe it's all part of a conspiracy. I don't know. Like, I really don't know. It's hard to really decipher everything that's going on, especially since we do live in an age of the sinful. It makes you question a lot. But you should be questioning everything. You shouldn't be just accepting things right off the bat, especially coming from media and our government and stuff. We've known over the years that the government will lie to you. You know, they'll kill you. No matter who it is, from the Russians to our own country, government will do what it needs to do to make sure government is doing what it needs to do. Okay? That's hands down the truth. People in power want to keep that power one way or another. It's just hands down the world we live in, no matter how good we think we are. And if you think, you know, we're not, that we aren't valuable as a country or as a government, as an agency like that, most definitely you need to get your head out your butt, you know.
Wow, it's your fearless leader, C-Dub.
But also at the same time, we shouldn't just jump to conspiracies and whatnot either, because we really don't know the true answer. I'm not saying there aren't conspiracies and weird things going on. I'm not saying it at all. Just that we may misconstrue certain things as, you know, some greater thing that it may not be. Or at the same time, we may be taking light of something that should be, you know, really getting our attention. It's totally possible. And it is, in this day and age, hard. I think in any day and age, it's hard to really to accept certain things. But more so now, given how you could just change Wikipedia and, you know, they practically lie to us about history, you know. It's not what they tell us. Uh-oh, something happened. Let me check my camera real quick. We lost camera. We are back. I forgot. You're gonna. My computer's on like a screensaver. So you shouldn't trust it, and you shouldn't, you know, dismiss certain things right off the bat. You know, again, certain things may just be chopped up to incompetence. You know, just because we don't know how to deal with certain situations, and everything's about money, so it kind of muddies the water because everything's about money. Ooh, yeah, I got it in the garbage can. Finished my beer. So, yeah, it's a little weird, you know, the whole lotteries for vaccines, the mentality, literally the cult-like mentality on both sides of the spectrum, from the anti-vaxxers to the vaxxers. It's ridiculous. And I don't really have any answers, but there we go. That's how I want to do it. But most definitely, I question things. We're almost done with that. I'll make the next wall right here. Whatever, we'll use this side. Gonna cut this up and rock and roll with it. So yeah. It's very interesting to see the mentalities on both sides and how this is all playing out with a lot of things, government and individual liberties and stuff like that. So, given that, they're trying to get the vaccine and all that, and it's turning out that people who are getting the vaccine, they're actually the ones who are getting sick. Okay, now this is anecdotal evidence I'm going to tell you, all right? I'm going to base this off my son's mother. She works for a school. Excuse me, and I actually felt for being a school, their COVID policies, or maybe the owners, because it's a private school, maybe their way about going things was a little lacking. Again, I'm just saying precautions wise. You know, given the day and age we're in now, you know, you don't know, because people are dying from COVID. All right, as I stated earlier, right now, people are dying from COVID, so we can't discount that something's happening there. People are losing family members, and some are dying young. They're expecting older people to die, and it turns out there's people in their 30s and 50s that are dying. You know, it's like totally not going about the way they were telling us it would. Either by design or by just the probability of COVID itself, just doing what COVID does. You know, whatever that is, whatever viruses do and stuff like that. Maybe it's just that. I don't know. We really don't know. We can sit here and speculate all we want, but we really don't know. Just like we really don't know ghosts exist and so on. And aliens exist. We really don't know. If we did, we wouldn't be questioning it. And because we don't know, we should be questioning. we should be questioning. So, she got a COVID scare recently, and she's not getting the vaccine. She doesn't have it. People who got the vaccine are the ones infected. One person who doesn't work there is the husband of one of the teachers. He's in the ICU right now, and he's vaccinated. Okay? He's vaccinated. I mean, I'm being honest with you, okay? Sure, they're going to tell you it's going to help you better, and it's kind of weird that now it's just like catch-22, because it's like, well, if I get COVID and I had the vaccine, I helped, you know, to heal better. But we don't know that. Just like we don't know if Gareth took the vaccine, if he would have been fine. We don't know that. But we do know that it is causing some issues. It is. And the people that were supposed to be better because they took the vaccine, and if I could just, speculate here, right? The person who took the vaccine is the one who spread it in the school. All right? Luckily, my son's mother has to take tests. She doesn't have COVID, but people who have the vaccine ended up getting it and are sick, taken off, really ill. So what the hell is going on? And now she has to take tests every week, even though she's come up negative now, is not sick, and is not the one spreading COVID. Isn't that a little weird? Right? Now, you don't know me, right? I don't know many of you. Some people who are going to watch this do know me. And I'm not trying to sway an opinion. I'm just giving you information. All right? Just giving you information. I'm not going to vaccinate my kids for this. I really want to vaccinate them already for my own personal reasons. But vaccines do help to an extent. All right, I'm not going to get into a huge discussion. Again, I'm not a doctor. Whatever I say, if anything, I'm just indifferent, okay? And again, I'm not fearing anything. Some things are just taking precaution. Like, you wear a condom, right? That's precaution. You don't fear it, but it's precaution for many reasons than for the obvious. You wear gloves if you're working with electrical and other things. You have seatbelts. I mean, it's just things, of course, we take precautions with. It's not totally offhand or out of pocket to see the things that we're seeing, such as demanding vaccines and stuff. I'm gonna say that it's not as crazy as people want to make it out to be. Okay. If that's all that I can say, then that's all I can say about it. That's all you're gonna get out of me. There's really no more. There's really no other discussion to it. We really don't know, and we should be open to ideas. And also question ideas. That's really what this comes down to. Look at that. We already got 2 pieces ready to go to make another. Not exactly what I wanted there, but we'll do that. To make another building or barrier. And then I'm going to throw in, God, I wish I didn't glue it like that, but oh well. Imperfectness is what things are about. So, I'm going to, should I just cut those off? No, I kind of like that. It makes it look like it's, a building that's in half right now. That's what's left. Terrain for Warhammer, and maybe D&D and other things. You never know. So I'm just going to reinforce, was it this one, right? The middle here with some hot glue, and then this will be done and be ready for painting right now. And I could do other stuff later. Any more details and whatnot. Maybe I might do one here. I kind of want to see something change here a little bit. I cut this off. could do some details as long as it's quick. And all I'm doing is like just tearing a layer of the cardboard off, so it kind of looks damaged. And all this cardboard is like from Amazon and other stuff. And I'm just reusing it to make terrain because it's like expensive to buy plastic terrain. At least here, I got the same effect, but it's cardboard and it's practically free, except for that I bought the sprues that are making the frame of the walls. Because regular cardboard would eventually start twisting and stuff. At least now, it has something to stay on, and it won't warp so easily. And I'm also up late because I don't got to worry about. I got to work tomorrow, but not, what I'm saying, not like a big old deal. So yeah, that helps. That does add a little bit more character to it. All right, what happened here? It's falling apart for some strange reason. Let's try to do this again. I might have to put a whatchamacallit on here, a base, kind of base it.
Every Thursday evening at 8 p.m. Free to listen to.
And I need another glue stick, which I got it. And then just kind of push it together. Use one of these to kind of flatten it out.
In the Hapanwo radio chat box. For more details, go to
and just squeeze it together. So yeah. So all this talk about having the vaccine and all that, and the people, one person that I know that I know personally that doesn't have the vaccine and is turning up negative, is not the one spreading COVID at the school they're working at. So it's the people that are vaccinated. So yeah. And it's again crazy to see the nonsense on both sides. That's really my point. It's just crazy to see the nonsense on both sides. And it's kind of just with everything, Everyone's got an opinion. Everyone's questioning things, but like I don't know. It's just something about the questioning. It's just too quick to be dismissive of things. And I think part of it's just the time of society we're in, where everything's just being cynical. And I admit it. We live in a world where we don't know what's real. I ain't gonna lie. It's pretty messed up right now. What we have to deal with as a society. News lying to us, as they say, fake news, fake food, fake everybody. Everyone's fake practically. It's interesting times. But no fret, no fear. You got to do your best, like right now, working on terrain, talking about these things, opening up discussion. Of course, there's a chat room if you're listening, like you guys listening right now that I know that I see listening. Thank you for tuning in and staying with me for this long on this wonderful ranty journey that is Chillin with Jay. But yeah. You can give me feedback, do all that. But yeah, let me know. Let me know what you think. Do you have the same experiences? Do you know people who got the vaccine that are getting sick and getting other people sick? Do you feel that the cult-like mentality on both sides is ridiculous? Because I'm gonna be saying it's equal to me, just equal. You're a dummy for taking COVID or for getting the vaccine. You're a dummy for not getting it. It's literally that. Childish. Again, I'm not saying that it's foolproof that all this is valid and whatnot, but most definitely we should question, but we should also be open to just like possible incompetence. I say, that's the only way that I call this. It's incompetence. That's why we see everything so crazy. We don't know how to deal with it. People are in it for the money. Everyone's trying to make a buck. Just like with the freaking masks, which as soon as that happened, everyone was selling masks like out of nowhere. It was almost like they were waiting to unload these masks finally. Look at that. You just do some damage, and it looks like a damaged wall. Right now, that's going to be do a little bit here. A little bit here. If you're interested in the song. Sexy Fights. Back pocket. Like sticking my hands in my girl's back pocket as we walk. So yeah, and there's information on both sides that you should take into consideration, all right? Again, I'm not going to spend the rest of the time I have here talking about that. But I will spend the rest of my time here talking about perspectives, because that's been the huge thing given the climate we're in, and basically the stuff that's happened just this week alone is just ridiculous on how people think about stuff. Again, you're dumb for not doing this, you're dumb for doing this. It's obviously polarizing. One of those things was Labor Day earlier this week, and we'll work up to right now. One of those things was Labor Day this week, and everyone was a good old proud American about Labor Day, which is, not necessarily a holiday to do burgers and stuff with, but that's what we turned it into. And I was seeing posts talking about, people wanting that unemployment. It's like funny at Labor Day, and everyone was talking about how unemployment was going to be ending, the benefits that they extended and stuff like that. And people are going to stop being lazy, which I'm sure there's lazy people out there. I'm sure it actually helped people out, If we didn't have a messed up system, it would help people out much easier, but the system's messed up, and thus we have our issues. Another discussion. But we had that, and everyone was just proud of them working as much as they do. And one post of a friend of mine was like, "You don't deserve to celebrate Labor Day if you didn't do anything all year." What the, literally, really? Stuff like that blows my mind. You don't deserve to celebrate Labor Day if you didn't work all year, which is referring to the whole COVID thing. Yet we had, Gareth just died recently. COVID ain't over. My partner's best friend died of COVID last year, and that was during the height of that, basically. And people are just going to turn it into that, which shows how people really feel about, the COVID situation, of course. And again, I'm not saying we got to take everything as face value, or we shouldn't question things, but it's like just something about that. I can't pinpoint it, okay? I can't pinpoint it. Just something about that mentality that just is off-putting, and it would be nice if it was just like a few, not even a few of my friends, just like one or two of them. But no, it's like a few of my friends, if not more, and if not, it's all over my Facebook. And it's not as much as people, at least in my, 900 plus friends from social media. It's more heavily to the anti-COVID, anti-vax stuff than anything that I see, or at least the discussion of is mostly that. No one's really forcing you or saying, making a lot of posts talking about, at least in my circles, about how, you need to get COVID or you're stupid. It's usually more of a response to some stupid post by the other side of stupids that are, anti this, anti that, and they're the ones who kind of, I don't know why. Everyone's equal on both sides, but they're the ones on the others, the antis, I guess, who really lay it on about everything, and it ties into a lot of discussion over the last handful of years. So I guess maybe that's why, freedoms and government overreaching, stuff like that. It's a good song. Maybe it's that. I don't know. I really don't know. But I'm sure it's part of that. It's not all of that. So yeah. You know, you had that. People talk about Labor Day and going crazy over how much they work and this and that. And that's another thing. It's like, why do people glorify work? I just don't get it. I've worked hard, people. I work hard. You know, and then I can be lazy too. But if people know me. If I work hard, they know Justin's hard working. They know certain things will get done if I do it. You know, despite having bad experiences, people, you know, trust me with, you know, with work and, you know, whatnot, you know. It's not that I don't like work. It's just I know personally it's like it's nothing to glorify because I was working for a good portion of my, like everyone else, of course, right? But I was working like 7 days a week, you know, stuff like that. Sometimes it felt like 7 days a week, 16-hour days, 12-hour days, every day for weeks on end, for months. I'm telling you, years almost. I was a lead service tech. Ooh, that looks better. It busted up like that. I was a lead service tech for a company, and so I had to work a lot, you know, and it's just cheaper to have a lead service tech who's taking care of certain calls than to pay multiple people to do all that. I get it, you know. I get it. That looks good to me. Ready for painting. We have a little bit of time. I am going to end this soon. I'm going to possibly do one more piece here. Got enough of those. I feel like one of these is more important to me. Something another building like this, you know, if I could do it. I almost want to build one of those big ones, but we got some pieces here. I could possibly do a small building, you know. Do a small building like this. Use one of these like this.
Hospital Porters, Pride and Dignity, Stop the New World Order. The Herpanwo Show on Herpanwo Radio. Every Thursday evening at 8 p.m. Free to listen to, free to download.
I know Ben took Gareth's death. Sorry.
Great guests and features. Space
He was
weather
another
and all the
long-time
latest
friend.
news. Talk to the host, guest and other listeners.
Something
in
like
the
that,
Herpanwo
maybe?
Radio chat box. For more details, go to www.
I was also thinking of just doing like a platform. What do I have that's round? That would be nice. I got to have something that's round that I could do as a platform. And then have if we had to do one in the middle, have like something stand up. That would be nice. Something a little different like that. Let me take a look before we finish this off real quick. Huh. Well, I got like so many ideas right now. I got this, but I want something bigger. I was gonna do something with that other piece, but yeah, that is just gonna be too much work. Well, I guess it's not gonna be a lot of work because it's a round building, so I could just like take it apart and maybe just cut it. I can cut half of it and put something in there. But making another building that's just like the small one I had. Just like a small one like this. Yeah. Make a small one like this. And then that should be good enough. I just gotta take this stuff out. Of course, this is having kids. Shit kitchen bingo. Damn it, I think I lost a face. Hold on. I should have enough faces still. Damn it. Took that off, it just messed it up. So anyways, to close the show out. So yeah, so sorry guys. So we have the labor issue, and really it's just, again, people's mentalities on stuff, you know. And I just feel like we really shouldn't be working as much as we do, especially with all the people that we have. You know, here's just an idea. Here's an idea. Since there's this many people, okay, many people that exist already, why don't we just, like, you know, cut the full-time work week in half, adjust the economy, right? Where basically you gotta work 25 hours to make a good living, and if you so choose to, you could do whatever you want with that time. You know, work more, open a business if you can, you know, whatever, hike, whatever you gotta do. So, you know, we're not stressed out, because, you know, that's like the biggest thing, is that we're just like an overly stressed society, and we know this, yet we just keep doing the same shit over and over again, complaining about the shit, and not doing anything about it, you know? So instead of, you know, complaining about how things are, why don't we give out some ideas? And I think I've said this before, you know? So just cut the work week in half. So not everyone needs to work full-time, as in taking up all that time. And you can have multiple people filling those positions out, and then make everyone subcontractors, where the companies don't have to worry about flipping the bill all the time for healthcare and whatnot. They're paying the employees enough to be subcontractors to take care of that situation themselves, you know. And none of that has to be on the fault of the employer, you know. That could be just like what I have to do. I got to worry about the stuff on my own, you know. Well, through Amazon, where I work through there, of course I got to pay taxes that way. But the other way is I'm doing everything on my own, so I got to, you know, pay taxes through the Jesus Christ, can't remember. The 1099. But yeah. So
Hello,
there's
good
Gareth.
evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be.
Yeah,
around
you
this
know, just
wild,
make everyone
wacky, and
subcontractors,
sometimes disturbing
and
world.
you
Yes,
could be paying
that's
up
the
your own
intro to
insurance and worrying about your own
Mindset
problems,
Podcast,
and
a weekly
leave and
attempt
go
to
from work
open
when you need
eyes
to,
and
because
shedding light
there's tons of
on
fucking
what's
people to
really
work,
going on
you
in the
know,
world.
so you can fill
All
those spots
done by
really
ripping
easily.
apart the media
There's companies out there
madness
that
masquerades
think like, oh, they want to keep
as
stability.
news.
I've been the companies
Join
that hire
me,
people like every
Gareth
fucking
Davis,
month,
every
hire and leave.
Sunday on the
I don't know what the
Mindset
stability
Podcast.
is besides
You
the
can find
very
the show
handful
on
of people
all
that they
major
run into.
podcasting services
So
such
why
as
not
iTunes,
cut some of that fat
Stitcher,
and make it easier
and
on
so
everybody?
on. Or you can
know,
go
that's part
directly
of
to
it
the
is
main
we like being in
Mindset
we like
website.
being in
That's
control. And we like being controlled. That's part of it.
www.mindsetcentral.com.
So,
Check out the
and then another
Mindset
thing, everyone talks
Podcast.
about
Bring your curiosity, your
capitalism and
opinions,
socialism,
and a sense of
and
humor.
none of that's even
Remember,
what we
someone
have.
who's
Like,
a stranger
we don't
in
really
the
have
house.
capitalism, and we really don't have socialism or communism. We have some form of that, of those things, but it's not. But I often find it odd, because this was some of the same discussions that was brought up with the Labor Day, is, you know, talking about capitalism and socialism and stuff. But we accept socialism, and the idea that we do in the military, like how we judge it, we accept it in the military, but we don't accept it everywhere else. And two, the majority of people that consider themselves capitalists, they're just laborers. That's really all they are. They're not necessarily providing a service. Sure, I guess a labor, right? I guess, right? You know, sure, a labor, but they're not like creating a job or anything like a true capitalist would. So all these people claiming to be capitalists, or being part of they're not. They most people work for Amazon, right? Walmart, McDonald's, Sears, some big company. And what do you do when you work for a big company? You give up a little bit of your independence to get paid probably the same as someone in that company doing something different. I know because I've done it. I remember, Jesus, people. So, yeah, it's not what we make it out to be. I'm a capitalist more than my counterparts are because I work for myself. I got to get my own jobs and I worry about where that's coming from. And I literally create jobs, basically, as compared to someone who just gets up and goes to the same, clocks in and clocks out, and hopes to have that job stability there. But yeah, you're really not a capitalist if you're working for someone else. Like, you're really not. I don't think you are, right? Right? Because that's what I'm saying. I don't think you. But that's what we consider ourselves, and we're not. Even growing up, I consider capitalism like someone who's a job creator, who owns their own business, not someone who works for somebody else. I think what was it? You trade services. So, like, if you fish, and one guy's a butcher, he hunts meat. You guys can trade off a little bit of meat and fish together. The trade-off that's with your labor to a large company is not the same. It really isn't. Because you literally can just do that anywhere. There's only so many fishermen. Those are real, capitalists in a sense, because they're supplying an actual product. There you go. You're supplying a product, and I guess the product is labor. I guess you can consider that what that is. But yeah, it's most definitely not what true idea of capitalism is. Yeah, sure, you could take your labor and transfer that wealth to do other things, I guess, and create more wealth. But literally, you're working for someone else, and that someone else, that company, Walmart, is supplying you a job who also pays you. And when you think about it, the illusion of choice is what you have, because without Walmart or Sears or Viacom or whatever, you wouldn't have a house. You wouldn't have food on your table. Now, if you were a real capitalist, you would just create a job, create a position and a product or a service or something, and bam, you can go find one on your own and not have to worry about getting hired by a company that's going to dictate what you get paid, how much you're getting paid, what your position is, how much all that stuff. When you think about it, you give up your freedom so you can have a bit of comfort. That's what working at Walmart or fucking ComEd and whatnot is. Now, I get the greater good and all that, but if we're going to accept certain things as certain things, then let's just call a spade a circle. No, I'm kind of for real. It's like, seriously, if you're going to work for, John Deere your whole life, and that's all you've done, you're not a capitalist. Just because you saved money and maybe invested it, you're still not a capitalist. You're literally giving up the comfort. Without John Deere there, you wouldn't have a job. And partially that's because of the system we live in, how it's set up. Not everyone can be a doctor, of course, because of own inabilities and whatnot. And not everyone can work in a warehouse because we need people to work at cash registers, And that's another reason, why this popped up for me, too, because people were talking about the $15 an hour raise. I was getting paid $12 an hour to do plumbing and do, plumbing that a $30, $40 an hour union guy would do. Okay? And that was just, 10 years? Not even that, within the past 10 years. So, I don't know. I think people do deserve $50 an hour somewhere, I really do. $20, as much as you want, I ain't gonna lie, it's good, but I think $20 is rough. nowadays. Especially with the way inflation's going to hit us soon and whatnot because of all the crap that's been going on for the past few years. Yeah. Yeah, people. There's a lot of stuff to worry about. And, so, yeah. So, anyways. So, yeah, we have a weird perception on things or just play total ignorance to other things just for the sake of comfort, I guess. But, yeah, again, if you're working for, John Deere, they're literally supplying you health, a home, food, sustenance, everything. They're supplying it. You're not supplying it. They are. Unless you go out and create a job for yourself, Otherwise, you don't do any of that. They do. They're literally the state taking care of you with the transition of your labor, of course. I get it, But without that, you're nothing. So, long story short, misperceptions, all sorts of things, mindsets. And that brings us to 9/11, which is all along the same patriotic mindset of labor in America and all that. And, it's something to remember because a lot of, 2,000 plus, almost 3,000 people died. It put the economy into a spiral, and it's probably been the whole plan the whole time, if you ask me. Yeah. It's still affecting us now. We just left the troops, We probably did leave the troops, right? And we just left Afghanistan, most of it. And that's like over a decade later, right? So, over a decade, it's like 20 years, right? So, yeah, I remember I was listening to watching Mancal, one of the others listening to Mancal. And he mentioned how that we're under attack, and I turn on the TV, and I'm seeing the plane hit one of the towers. I don't remember which one, okay, whatever. But I do remember turn on TV, and the plane was hitting a tower. And I was like, what the heck? And I called my friend Steve, blah, blah, blah. I was like, hello, they're attacking us. It's going down. Nothing really happened when you think about it. Just the economy got fucked up, and, bankers just gained more control over us. But, yeah, it was a whole mess, but the things that we learned from it, which was interesting in my personal experience because of 9/11, Bush's whole influence on that. I remember, we got to save the economy, this, and this, and I remember Bush talking to a lady. She was telling how she has 2 jobs, and he basically told her, just you keep working those 2 jobs to stop the terrorists. That's the mentality. Seriously. Back to the labor thing. Seriously. It blows my mind, and we just let that slide. Not only that, everything that was going on, the connections with Bin Laden, with the Bush family, things that we knew beforehand that, led to it being an inside job, all sorts of other things. Mayor Giuliani letting the people go back into that area when they knew that the air was bad, and a bunch of people had cancer from it and still do and are dying and had issues with getting their stuff paid. This is legitimate stuff, legitimate stuff. So it's much concern when you see a lot of this things around 9/11, the patriotism and all that, when we forget everything that happened, and then not only that, when that stuff was going on, a few years later, from 2001, 2004, maybe somewhere around there, I think I was in trade school at the time, I want to say. Maybe not, actually. Maybe it was like 2000. Anyways, so somewhere around there, 2004, 2006, somewhere around there, years after 9/11, I had a friend that was in the Special Forces, and he said that regarding poppy seed fields and such. And I also have someone else that confirms this with another person that was in the armed forces. And not only that, the same person that I know, the one that I'm talking about here, he also mentioned that we killed Osama already, and this was years before the news announced that Osama was dead, as well, as years before the news announced about the poppy seed fields. Of course, you don't know me. I don't know you. I'm just doing what I'm doing. Who knows what I'm saying? You're just
space weather and all the latest news. Talk to the
chilling with Jay.
in the Hapanwo chat box. For more details, go to www.hapanwo-radio.
This is yeah. It makes me hearing that stuff, knowing that stuff makes me question things, among other experiences in my life. But most definitely, at that point forward, things changed, right? A lot, and it opened up our eyes to a lot of things that were already existing, like the corruption, and almost polarizing us from that point forward, because a lot of stuff that happened made us divided more, which is interesting, because 9/11 kind of brought us together for a little bit, and after that, we got divided again. So right before President Bush's stuff was over, and partially was how Bush was handling it, and the anti-Bush stuff that was going on, and then moving into Obama, which really, that's a whole discussion, right? But either way, though, that's it. Either way, that's it. What are we going to do? This is just information that I'm relaying to you. This is my experiences. It's a lot that gone on just recently. Take it for what you will. I think that's the end of the show. So I appreciate it, everybody. Till next time, check out the anonymousradionetwork.podbean.com. Find me on Twitter, Snapchat, CrazyJ82, LCGH, TikTok, same thing, CrazyJ82. Actually, I could just do this. Take this off. Crazy80, Twitter, Crazy80Jew. Find that. You can find that everywhere else. Most definitely check out the website. Check out my pages. If you're interested in donating, check that out. Also, my crypto's been doing good. My investments have been doing good. I forgot to talk about that. But if you're interested in doing any of those things, let me know. Actually, I'll post my referral link in the description. I'll have to do that all tomorrow. But most definitely, I suggest jumping on that if you can. All right? And support the show by, again, checking out the links. And if you can, you could donate. You can ask me, or I believe there's a link there, or click on one of the links on the websites that has a referral for the server for your own radio show and other things. Otherwise, get a hold of me, contact me, message me. I'll get you everything you need to know. All right? Thank you, everyone. Good night, good morning. Enjoy the rest of your day, whatever it is. And I appreciate it. Again, thanks for tuning in, listening, watching, all that. And look at this new camera setup. All right? So we're going to close it out with this song. Subvert the dominant paradigm. Thank you, everybody.